Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe and staying very well at your homes. Fine, children. Let us start today's lecture. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 2, polynomials, lecture number 4. The topics which we are going to cover in today's lecture, they are exercise 2.4 optional of NCERT, questions from exercise 2.3 and 2.4 of NCERT exemplar, in which the concept which is used, that is, you have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of polynomial in X. And the third topic which we are going to cover today, that is formation of quadratic polynomial when you know about the sum of the zeros as well as product of the zeros. Now children, let us start. This is the last question of optional exercise. What you have to do in this question, basically you will be having a biquadratic polynomial given. You have to divide it by a quadratic polynomial. But in that quadratic polynomial, the constant value will be any unknown variable. Fine. And after that, for comparison of remainder, you will be having some remainder given, and ultimately you have to find out the value of both the unknown variables. One unknown variable is present in divisor and another is present in remainder. So let us start division. What you have to do, you have to divide px, which is x raised to the power 4 minus 6x cube plus 16x square minus 25x plus 10 by gx, that is x square minus 2x plus k. Be alert, children. This is the complete biquadratic polynomial which I have written. Fine. Now you have to divide it by a quadratic polynomial. So what is to be done for that? Definitely in qx you want such kind of term, so that if that term is going to be multiplied with each and every term of gx, then either one or more than one term will be eliminated from the dividend. Correct, children? So I am going to multiply this gx by x square. I have got x raised to the power 4 minus 2x cube. This is plus kx square. In division we have to subtract. So after subtracting, x raised to the power 4 and minus x raised to the power 4 are going to be cancelled. So here I have got minus 4x cube plus, this is 16 minus k, because you cannot operate them, you cannot solve them. Fine. This is variable and this is constant. Here x square I have taken as common. This is minus 25x plus 10 will be written as it is. Now I am multiplying this gx by minus 4x. By what value? Minus 4x. So I have got minus 4x cube plus 8x square minus 4kx. Correct? When this 4x will be multiplied by k, you will be getting 4kx. This is with minus sign, so definitely minus 4kx you will be getting. Again changing the sign while subtracting, 4x cube and minus 4x cube are going to be cancelled. Now let us solve them. This is 16 minus k minus 8. It would give you 8 minus k with x square. Fine. And here this is plus 4k minus 25 I have written in the bracket while taking x as common. This plus 10 will be written as it is. Now children, what I am going to do? I am going to multiply this complete gx by 8 minus k, so that I can eliminate 8 minus k x square. So after multiplying it by 8 minus k, this complete gx by 8 minus k I have got, children, this is the expression which I have got, that is 8 minus k into x square minus 2. Look, this is minus 2x will be multiplied by 8 minus k. So I have just written here minus 2 with 8 minus k in product with x. Correct? Plus 8 minus k will be multiplied by k. So you will be getting 8 minus k into k. Now again changing the sign, the complete expression is going to be cancelled. Now let us solve this expression. This is 4k minus 25. I have done it here. 4k minus 25. This is now with plus sign. So basically this will be read like plus 2 into 8 minus k into x. So after solving, what I have got, this is plus 2 into 8 will be plus 16. Plus 2 into minus k will be minus 2k. And of course x will remain outside. 4k minus 2k, you have got 2k. This is minus 25 plus 16, you have got minus 9 with x. Correct, children? Now let us solve the constant values. This is 10. This is minus 8k, because k will also be multiplied with each and every term of the bracket which is written in the bracket. So this is minus into minus plus, and k into k will give you k square. Correct, children? Now this is the remainder which I have got. Here the division process will be stopped. Why? Because the degree of the variable which is present in Rx, this is 1. This is less than the degree of the variable which is present in Gx, which is 2. Correct, children? So now what we have to do, we have to just compare this remainder which we have got after division with the given remainder, that is x plus a. How to compare? Definitely the numerical coefficient of x will be compared with the numerical coefficient of x. What is here? This is 1 actually. Fine. So can I write 2k minus 9 is equal to 1? Fine. In the same manner, constant value will also be compared. So can I write 10 minus 8k plus k square is equal to a? Fine, children. The same I have written here. So what we have got 2k minus 9 is equal to 1. So what is the value of k? That is 5. And 10 minus 8k plus k square is equal to a. So here I am going to put the value of k. This is 10 minus 8 into 5 plus 5 square is equal to a. 10 minus 8 5s are 40 plus 25 is equal to a. So this is 10 positive and 25 also positive. You will be getting 35 minus 40 is equal to a. So what is the value of a? A is equal to minus 5 and k is equal to 5. Fine, children. So now the NCERT content is over. Today, children, I have brought some very important questions for you. They are basically the extra questions of exemplar. They are from exercise 2.3 and 2.4, covering the same content which I have taken from NCERT. Means you have to just verify the relation between the coefficients as well as the zeros of a polynomial. So this is question number 7. Find the zeros of PS. Now this is PS, means the variable which is present in this polynomial must contain the variable as s. Fine. So this is 2x square minus 1 plus 2 root 2s plus root 2. You have to find the zeros of this quadratic polynomial which is in s variable by factorization method. And after that, children, you have to verify the relation of these zeros with the coefficient of the polynomial. Clear, children? So how to solve this question? Always keep one thing in your mind. Whenever you will be having the term in the middle given in the bracket like this, it means it is already in the factorized form. How? You are just going to multiply this complete term by minus 1 because minus is sitting outside. Fine. So it would be 2s square minus s. Here, from here I am multiplying by s, and from here I am multiplying by minus 1. So this would be minus 2 root 2s plus root 2. See, this is already split. The middle term is already split. We had the ready-made solution basically given in this question. Fine. Now what is to be done? From these two terms I can take s as common. So inside the bracket I have got 2s minus 1. From here, just to see the children, what can I take as common? I can take root 2 as common with minus sign. So inside it would be left, that is 2s minus 1. This is 2s minus 1. 2s minus 1 is common. Will be written once only. Here I have got s minus root 2. Equating both the expressions equal to 0. So I have got s is equal to half and s is equal to root 2. So now we have to tell whether these zeros, because these are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, whether these zeros have any relation with the coefficient of this quadratic polynomial or not. So let the first 0 be alpha, means this value is alpha, and this value be beta. Now relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of a polynomial. What is to be done for that? Children, first of all you have to find the sum of the zeros. Half plus root 2 upon 1. So taking 2 as LCM. Here I have got 1 plus 2 root 2. Can I write this 1 plus 2 root 2 as minus of 1 plus 2 root 2 upon 2? Why I am doing so? Because I know that sum of the zeros is nothing but equivalent to minus b by a. So let us check it. When I compared this complete quadratic polynomial by the generalized form, what is the generalized form of a quadratic polynomial? That is ax square plus bx plus c. So children, what I have got? After comparing, I have got a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus of 1 plus 2 root 2 and c is equal to root 2. Fine, just check them. A is 2, b is minus of 1 plus 2 root 2 and c is root 2. Fine, so this, after finding the sum of the zeros, children, I have got minus b by a. Correct? Now let us go for the product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta. Half into root 2. So I have got root 2 upon 2. But what is c? C is root 2 and what is 2? That is a. So through this I have just verified that sum of the zeros is minus b by a and product of the zeros is c by a, which is actually the relationship between the zeros as well as the numerical coefficient of the given polynomial. Clear, children? Now let us switch to question number 3 of exercise 2.4 of NCERT exemplar. This is, if root 2 is a 0 of px, that is 6x cube plus root 2x square minus 10x minus 4 root 2, then we have to find other two zeros. This is very simple question, children. Here instead of biquadratic, you will be having a cubic polynomial given. So if root 2 is a 0 of this px, then can I say that x minus root 2 is a factor of this cubic polynomial? If x minus root 2 is a factor, so definitely this complete polynomial will be divisible exactly by x minus root 2. So let us start doing the solution of this question. Here root 2 is a 0 of px, so x minus root 2 is a factor of px. It means x minus root 2 will divide px exactly. So please be alert, because there is under root present in this. That's why I have taken this question. It can be a little bit difficult for you. So this is complete cubic polynomial which I have written. I am going to divide it by x minus root 2. The very first term, by what I am going to multiply this gx, that is 6x square. So I have got 6x cube. Here 6 into root 2 will give you 6 root 2 with minus sign x square. While changing the sign, these two terms are going to be cancelled. So what I have got here, this is 6 root 2 plus this is 1 root 2 actually. So here I have got 7 root 2 with x square. This is minus 10x. This is minus 4 root 2. Correct? Now I am multiplying gx by 7 root 2x. Here I have got 7 root 2 x square. When 7 root 2 will be multiplied by root 2, I have got 14x. Correct? And plus into minus will give you minus. Now I am changing the sign. They both are going to be cancelled. So children, here I have got 4x minus 4 root 2. Now I am multiplying this gx by plus 4 and I have got 4x minus 4 root 2. After changing the sign, these both are also going to be cancelled. And what is rx? That is 0. Now how to calculate rest of the two zeros? Definitely I have got this quadratic polynomial which is actually qx. I am going to apply splitting the middle term method to calculate rest of the two zeros. So see children, I want sum as 7 root 2 and product as 6 4s are 24. Correct? So what I have done here, now see children, what two factors I have taken here, that is 4 root 2 and 3 root 2. This is 4 3s are 12 and root 2 into root 2 will give you 2. So 12 2s are 24. So means the product of these two terms will be 24 and their sum will be 7 root 2. Clear children? Now from first these two terms I am going to take root 2x as common. See how I am going to factorize 6. Can I write 6 as 3 into 2? That is 3 into root 2 into root 2. Correct? So root 2x I have taken as common. What would be left inside? That is 3 root 2x plus. Here root 2x has gone outside. So what is left inside the bracket? That is plus 4. Now from last two terms I have taken plus 1 as common. Fine, because we don't require to take anything as common because I want the same term as it is given in the preceding bracket. So the same term I am going to get, that is 3 root 2x plus 4. Now 3 root 2x plus 4 will be written once and the another will be root 2x plus 1. So through that I have calculated the value of x, that is minus 4 upon 3 root 2 and minus 1 upon root 2. These are basically the rest of the 2 zeros which we require. Clear, children? Now children, that's it for the day. You please note down your mathematics homework. You have to revise exercise 2.3 and 2.4, which is the optional exercise which I have completed today only of chapter number 2 in your practice notebook. Clear, children? Fine. Now children, let us discuss homework questions which I gave you in lecture number 3. They were basically based on NCERT exemplar only from exercise 2.3 and 2.4. I found 2 questions a little tough for you in which under root is present. Fine. So I am going to take those very questions. Please be alert. Find the zeros of Px and verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficient of Px. Fine. This is question number 6 of 2.3 exercise. You have been given 4x square plus 5 root 2x minus 3. So children, what do I want as product? I want the product as minus 12 and the sum as 5 root 2. So let us split the middle term in such a way so that the product should be minus 12 and sum should be 5 root 2. So these are the 2 factors which I have done, that is 6 root 2 with the positive sign and minus root 2. Let us subtract them. I have got 5 root 2. Let us multiply them. So 6 into root 2 into root 2, that would give you 12 and with a negative sign. So I have got the product as minus 12 and the sum as 5 root 2. Correct, children? Now please be alert while taking common from these first 2 terms. I am going to take 2 root 2x as common. See, I am going to split this 4. Can I write 2 into 2? After that, this 2 I am going to further split, that is root 2 into root 2. So I am going to take 2 root 2x as common. Inside only 1 root 2x is left. Here root 2 has gone outside. 2 has also been taken as common. So what is left inside? That is 3. From here I have taken minus 1 as common. So inside I have got, inside the bracket I have got root 2x plus 3. This root 2x plus 3 will be written once. And what is left part? That is 2 root 2x minus 1. Correct, children? Now as the product of both the expressions is 0. So either one is 0 or the other is 0 or both are 0. Because I have to calculate the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, there are 2 zeros. So I am going to put both the expressions equivalent to 0. So now what is the value of x? From here I have got 1 upon 2 root 2. And from here I have got minus 3 upon root 2. Fine, children? Now we have to tell whether there is any relation between the zeros and the coefficient of a quadratic polynomial or not. So first of all I am going to compare this given quadratic polynomial by its generalized form, which is ax square plus bx plus c. So through that, children, I have got a as 4, this is 4, b as 5 root 2 and c as minus 3. Just check it. Fine. So let the first 0 be alpha and another 0 be beta. Correct, children? Now to show the relation, definitely we have to calculate sum of the zeros. This is first 0, 1 upon 2 root 2 plus this is second 0, that is minus 3 upon root 2. So 2 root 2 will be the LCM. This is 1 minus. Root 2 is root 2. Both are going to be cancelled. 2 3s are 6. So I have got minus 5 upon 2 root 2. This I am going to rationalize. Definitely with under root term it will be multiplied as well as divided. So this is root 2 upon root 2. Correct. So children, here I have got minus 5 root 2. This is 2 into 2 will give you 4. Fine. And what was this? This was actually b. And minus sign will come here as it is. So this is minus b upon a. A is equal to 4. Fine, children. Now let us switch to alpha into beta, that is product of the zeros. 1 upon 2 root 2 into minus 3 upon root 2. So you have got minus 3 upon 4. And what was minus 3? That was c. And what is a? That is 4. So hence verified. Now children, another question which I am going to take, that is from exercise 2.4. Question number first, fourth part. This question I found a little bit tough for you. Again, the same reason, because under root is present in it. Fine. Form a quadratic polynomial whose sum and product you will be having. You have to find the zeros of that formed quadratic polynomial also. So we know the sum of the zeros, that is minus 3 upon 2 root 5. And product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta, is equal to minus 1 by 2. Children, you know very well how to form a quadratic polynomial. That is x square minus sx plus p. What is this s? Sum of the zeros. Look, this is given. What is this p? Product of the zeros. This is also given. So I am just going to insert these values over here. X square minus, sum is minus 3 upon 2 root 5 into x plus product is minus 1 by 2. So this is x square minus into minus will become plus 3 upon 2 root 5 into x minus half. Taking 2 root 5 as LCM. So I have got 2 root 5 x square plus 3x minus this 2 will be cancelled with the 2. So I have got root 5 and this is equivalent to 0. Fine. Now while cross multiplying, this 2 root 5 will be multiplied by 0. So you will have got 2 root 5 x square plus 3x minus root 5 is equal to 0 as the quadratic polynomial. Clear, children? Now children, why did I put that quadratic polynomial equal to 0? Because I wanted to find the zeros of that quadratic polynomial. So this is 2 root 5 x square plus 3x minus root 5 is equal to 0. One more thing we have been asked to solve in it, that we have to find out the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Again, the sum is 3 and what would be the product? 2 root 5 into minus root 5, that is minus 10 will be the product. So I am going to split the middle term in such a way so that the product should be minus 10 and the sum should be 3. So 2 root 5 x square written as it is plus 5x minus 2x. Are we getting the sum as plus 3 and the product as minus 10? Yes. So this is minus root 5 is equal to 0. From first these two terms, children, I am going to take root 5x as common. Look, this 5, can I write this 5 as root 5 into root 5? Yes, of course. So 1 root 5 has been taken as common. Here inside the bracket it is left 2x plus only one time root 5. Correct? From here I have taken minus 1 as common. So this is 2x plus root 5 left in the bracket equal to 0. 2x plus root 5, 2x plus root 5 will be written once. Here I have got root 5x minus 1 equal to 0. Now again equating both the expressions equivalent to 0 so that I can calculate the zeros of the quadratic polynomial which I really require. So 2x plus root 5 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus root 5 upon 2 because this root 5 will go on right hand side. And here x is equal to 1 upon root 5. Fine. So thus the zeros of the polynomial are minus root 5 upon 2 and 1 upon root 5. Clear, children? That's it for the day. Hope I may be capable to solve your all the doubts. Thank you and have a nice day.